So I'm gonna present my screen. I don't know if the assignment has posted or not yet. We'll see. So under science, let me reload it. Under science, oh, that's math. There we go. It's called Backyard Ecology. I'm literally about to explain it. Please stop asking. Go ahead and open up those Google Slides, please. Okay, it might be a little bit small. We'll zoom in on them. If you do 100% zoom, it fits pretty well in there.
Is there just one of them?
There's just one set of Google Slides, yep. Okay, so I'll give you a minute to get this opened and pulled up. Okay, Backyard Ecology. Go ahead and open that. Once you get here, in order to type into this stuff, you're just going to have to double click into the things. They're all text boxes. So you can just go ahead and get your name typed in. Okay. The date is October 28th. N-28-2020. Okay, so you can put in your name and all of that stuff. Okay, Skylar, chair on the floor, please. Thank you. Alrighty. Yeah, first and last name is fine. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of go over each of these questions with you. There are 23 questions total. Your science grade for the week is this assignment, okay? So this is going to be the main thing that you're going to need to focus on for the rest of science for this week. It's 31 points, I think, 30 or 31, something like that. But it is called Backyard Ecology. So it's an ecological assessment of your neck of the woods. Essentially, you're going to be answering this in terms of Winslow. If you think about Winslow, you're answering these questions based on the fact that this is where you live, okay? So the first step in protecting our fragile environment is education. You must learn about the ecology of your immediate area and take the steps to protect, conserve, and improve your local environment. How aware are you of the environment that you live in? Answer the following questions to assess your local environment. So basically, you're going to be thinking about Winslow and answering these questions. You don't necessarily need to go outside and dig to see any of this stuff. If you want to go sit outside and do this outside, we might do that as a class to get out of the classroom for a little bit. Go outside and do this outside. We'll see. But number one says, how would you describe the area you live in? And just like this morning, I would like you guys to write incomplete sentences, please. You're in 6th grade. You are more than capable of writing a complete sentence. I want to see complete sentences. Capiche? Thank you. So, how would you describe the area you live in? Use terms like the desert, prairie, coastal. I will take away your chair and you will stand. Keep your chair on the floor. Coastal means that you live near the coast, like a beach. Do we live near the beach? No. The answer to that is no. We do not live near the beach. If you live in a city, which we kind of do, which type of environment was the city built on? So you'll answer number one, complete sentence. Number two, what is the climate in your area? And you guys have your computers. You are more than able to Google the word climate and see what it means. Okay? So describe the climate of the area. Number three, this is 5 points because there's 5 things. Name 5 plants that seem to be native to your area. So that means that they grow here, basically. Plants that grow here. Huh? Not weeds. I mean, I guess they're technically plants, but yeah. Things like that. Well, on your own. Don't be calling out things. You can do the Googling on your own. For each plant, list one reason why it is important to humans. So why would these plants be important to us? For example, are they sources of food for us? Are they used in landscaping, so to make your yard look pretty? Things like that. Yes? Huh? With the fog? With what? The cold? Yeah. We did. Number 4, what type of wildlife can be found in your area? So make a list of some different animals that you might have seen. Oops, sorry. That's number 4. Then you can go on to slide number 2. Number 5. Referring to the animals that you listed in number 4, are there any laws to protect those animals in the city? If there are, what animals are protected and how, if we have any of those protections? You can maybe Google that. You might have to look up some Winslow stuff there. Number 6, make a list of any migratory mammals or birds that pass through your area. So any sort of bird or mammal that might pass through at different times of the year. So maybe if there's like one of the major birds that is migratory is a goose. So do we ever see geese in town? I don't actually know.
Yes.
Do we, Dylan? Yeah. Okay, so most of these are going to be birds that come here when it's warm to stay warm, and then they go somewhere else when it's cold. They go somewhere warmer. So maybe you need to look up the birds that migrate through Winslow.
What about eagles?
You can look up to see if eagles do. I have no idea. This is going to be something that you guys look up. I can't give you most of these answers. I would have to look up too. So it's kind of a research project a little bit. Number 7, choose 3 of the birds that you find in their area and describe their niche. So you might have to look up what the word niche means on that one. It is kind of a research project, yep. It's right there on the paper, Alex. Number 7, niche, N-I-C-H-E. Number 8, what agricultural products are grown in your area? So that would be plants like crops. Like, do we grow, I don't know, what do you guys grow in Winslow? Does anybody know? Dallin? Okay, so yeah. Hey, basically any type of fruit or vegetable can probably be grown here. So look up what like the major ones are that are grown. And then in this area of Winslow, is it hard to get the water to grow these? Yes or no? Number 9, what pests are found in your area? And that doesn't mean like your little brother who annoys you. It means like
a jackrabbit.
Yeah, like rabbits that might eat the crops or insects that get in the way of growing things. So things like that. Number 10, how do you dispose of garbage? You might have to look past the idea of, oh, I put it in my garbage can and my parents take it out. Where does the garbage go after they take it out? How does that work in Winslow? So you might need to look that up. Number 11 is very similar. Do you guys recycle at home? And if so, what types of items can you recycle in Winslow? It's different in different cities, what you can recycle and what you can't. Yep. The next slide. Oops, too far. Number 12. If maybe you guys don't recycle at home, so how can you and your family improve your efforts in recycling? What are some things you can do? Number 13, list 3 organizations or agencies in your area that are involved in the conservation and protection of the environment. So that means look up places in Winslow that are trying to save the environment. There's got to be some organizations around here that are like, save the turtles or recycle more, things like that. So look those up and describe, like name, so basically put the name of the organization and then describe what they do. Okay, you need to get 3 of those. Number 14, what volunteer work have you done, if any, to support the area and protect and conserve the environment? So maybe the only thing that you do is recycle at home. Maybe that's what you put. Or maybe you volunteer to clean up the creek every once in a while. Things like that. What if you do any volunteer, let me know. If not, then say you don't, okay? And maybe tell me what you could do. Whoa, not what I wanted to do.
I don't.
Number 15. You guys probably know this one. A lot of you guys talk about fishing. Are there any places in your area where you can go fishing?
Yeah.
Would you actually eat a fish that was caught there, though?
No.
So,
No, 'cause I don't like fish.
okay, well, assuming that you liked fish. Okay, number 16. When you consider the area where you live, Winslow, are there any sources of pollution?
Yeah.
So, things that are bad for the environment. If you think so, what is that? Oh my gosh, stop doing that. Undo. Is there, to basically describe what that source of pollution is. Is it a factory? Is it a person? I don't know. Some people are very not environmentally conscious and they just litter everywhere, right? So describe what type of pollution you see. Number 17. How would you describe the air quality in Winslow? So when you breathe the air here, is it nice and clean and crisp, or is it kind of like pollution filled? What do you think? Okay. And our last page. I know it's kind of a lot, but I'm going to give you guys 2 days to work on this. It's due by Friday. You got plenty of time to work on it.
Oh, no, video. Come on.
Put your chair down. Sorry. You got to do it next week. Number 18.
But you said it was due by Friday.
Well, I don't have an answer for you. You got to get your work done on time. You have plenty of time today, so get as much done as you can. Number 18, how would you describe the water quality where we live? So would you want to drink right out of the faucet? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And why? Number 19, do you live in an area where logging or mining occurs? So where they cut down a lot of trees or where we mine underground? I don't think we actually have that around here. Yeah. I'm not sure that you guys have that around here. But so maybe, I don't know, look it up and maybe there were some old ones in Winslow. So maybe use an old one there instead. Number 20, other than recycling, what is done at your house that can be considered conservation? So do you guys try to save water? Do you guys try to produce less waste in your house, like plastic? So like in my house, like at home, I do my best to use as little water as possible. I don't use plastic grocery bags. I have reusable bags that I bring to the grocery store. What else do I do?
You feed your cat and your dog.
I mean, I feed my cat and dog, but that doesn't have anything to do with saving the environment. No. Huh? Niche is their role in the ecosystem. Number 21. What can you do at school to help conserve the resources of the environment? So at school, what can we do better to make this place better? Number 22 is, do we have a recycling program here at school?
No.
Do we?
No.
Oh yeah, we got those new water fountains. That's a good thing. Yeah. What about paper and stuff? The milk thing. Okay, so we have a little bit of a recycling program, so maybe you can talk about that. And then number 23, because we don't have like a big recycling program, right? Since we don't really participate in a huge recycling effort, we want you guys to write a paragraph convincing Miss Leonard, our new principal, that we should start a recycling program for all the paper that we use, even though we don't use a lot of paper right now. But try to convince her to start a recycling program. We can do it for paper or extra materials that we don't use. Maybe we give those to people. So how can we recycle things that we use? So a lot of this is your thoughts and opinions. Some of it you might have to look up some stuff about Winslow. But for the most part, it's all things that you can answer, correct? Okay, that's basically the assignment. Working on these 23 questions. I would just start with number 1 and go down the line. And like I said, please type in complete sentences. You guys are in 6th grade. You're more than capable of writing a complete sentence to answer these questions. So, those of you that are online, no, you guys don't have to log off. You guys can stay on. I think I'm gonna take these guys outside to sit around outside and just kind of get out of the building for a little bit.